Obviously we don't have a boot on this truck, so we're going to get a bit of a boot build built for this truck. Welcome to KM Builds. This is our 1986 Honda Acti, and we're putting that Honda Fireblade motorbike engine in it. But today we are also putting this truck on a suspension. So today what we're going to do is get the management set up and get a bit of a, they call it a boot build. Obviously we don't have a boot on this truck, so we're going to get a bit of a boot build built for this truck. The boot build is actually going to be sat at the back of the truck, so let me show you a bit of an idea of what we got before we dive into actually building it. For those of you who would have seen our last videos, you would have seen us put this MX-5 rear subframe on the Acti. So the plan is to mount the air suspension in this section here. So what we think about doing is creating a box, which essentially is this big square in here, and then obviously this subframe is here, so we're going to have to step it down over the subframe, and we also don't want to go any lower than this because we don't want to see the box from behind. We're essentially trying to make a sort of upside down L-shaped box, as the subframe will sit here, and this should hopefully store all of our management. So I just got to take a couple of measurements now before we start, and then we can start fabricating. So I've got a load of measurements now, so I'm going to start to make the box. What I'm going to do first is essentially make the ring around the outside a square frame first. So you're going to have to way of mounting this box and being able to remove it. So we need a nice thick frame around the top, which we're going to use to mount it. Going to make that out of like 20mm square tube steel. So I'm going to make that first, get that as a good platform, and then we can start to make the sort of L shape out of metal. But let's just crack on, give it a go and see how it looks. Hopefully we can make it look as good as possible, but yeah, let's crack on. So I have now cut up all of the pieces of metal ready to make that top frame. So what I'm going to do now is kind of get it together, take a load of measurements on the worktop I have here. Ideally you want as flat a surface as possible when making boxes and stuff, because obviously you don't want it to be out of shape when you come to weld it. So I'm going to get on here, check that it's nice and flat, and then tack weld it together with the welder. So just finished welding the square, and I have mounted it up into the shell, so let me show you. I must admit I did remake it slightly, and I did have it 60 centimeters that way, but I did change it to do 71 as there was more space than I thought. And this is basically where it's going to be mounted. What I'm hoping is that I'm going to use, there's a section there to mount this end, and the same that end, and then the both ends that end I'll just have to mount it either to the chassis rail here or somewhere or another. I do want to be able to unbolt it and drop the whole box, or however we decide to take it out. But what I'm going to do next is I think I might make a start on the rest of the box, just trying to decide how I'm going to make the frame of this, because ideally we don't want to see like much of the tube in, so I don't know whether or not to just do two tube sections both ends and then nothing through the middle, so then it's kind of more one solid piece of metal going right through the front to back. So that would involve me making two more pieces now, which is basically this section here alone, and then we'd basically plate it across there and either add some very thin supports on the outside or wherever we can't see it. But we don't really want a load of tubes here on the inside, which you might see. So that's why I think I might think about making the two ends just with that L shape. As one, it will look quite cool, I think, with one end, or the two ends at least being exposed with the tube, and then when it's all painted. But we just don't want it to be looking messy, and we also may add some sort of acrylic. This will all make sense later down the line as to why we're doing all this, as we do have a plan for the truck, as in the whole bed. So this is all worth it in the end, trust me. So yeah, let's see what we can do. So after a while cut there, and you would have seen we've got all of these pieces made. I've got two of each because obviously we got an L shape that end and an L shape that end. So what I'm going to do is fabricate these so they're identical, and then I'll attach it to this. Rather than build from this outwards, I think I'm going to make sure that these are exactly the same, the two L shapes, before I add it to this. That way I can make sure it's all as good as possible. So after a little while later, we finally have our two L-shaped brackets. Again, this piece here where there's a bit of a increase in the height, that's to get over the subframe. So they're both made. So what I'm going to have to do now is essentially fully weld the four corners on one side, so that when I basically apply the frame to there, we want to make sure that that's nice and level. So essentially all I got to do next is weld that properly, grind it all nice and flat so that the one mating surface is nice and finished. So as you can see, I have grinded down all of the welds, so the four corners now are nice and flush. So what the plan is now is to essentially put these pieces here, they will act as our two sides. So all I have to do now is get the right angle magnets on that, get them tacked in. I'm only going to tack them in for now, but get them tacked in vertically, and then we can kind of test fit it and see where we're at. But it is looking pretty good, so yeah, let's just get these tacked on and see how it looks. So now that it's welded, we can actually test fit the new design, and that is the frame test fitted into the chassis. As you can see, it goes around the diff nicely. The only thing I'm not really sure on is this. I think it's the just the carryover for the brakes for the rear subframe, but we may just relocate that, or we may just try and work around that if we can move this forward. Obviously it is only tacked in slightly, as in held in place by this piece of wood, but this will be mounted lower than the top level of the bed, and as you can see there now, the whole frame fits around into this gap nicely, and you also can't see it from the back. Basically this tank holds the air for the air suspension, and the plan is that the air tank is going to sit in there like that, hence why we drop the back end lower, because the air tank is a lot bigger. We don't have the manifold as we keep it at home nice and dry, so this kind of represents a manifold. It's a bit smaller than this, but then we plan to have a manifold then sat there. We are going to have to change these fittings for 90-degree fittings. It's not perfect at the minute, but we have got room to play with. Hopefully you can see what we're doing. Again, we do have a bit of a surprise for this, for the truck. There's still plenty left to do yet. So after a couple of hours worth of work, I have finally finished the outside of the box. So all we got left to do now is mount the management. We've got to drill the holes for the tank for the brackets I made, and we also have to put brackets on the outside of the box to mount it into the actual truck itself. So let me show you the tank and show you what the plan is so far. So this is the finished product. You can see there the joins for the two pieces of material, which is there, but the tank is going to sit all along here, so you're not going to see that join, as I didn't have enough material to do it in one. And then I've also tack the outsides on, and it is fully boarded up. So that is the tank in place, and as you can see, we can just about get to the mounting points down there and there. So what the plan is now is to basically mount the manifold, which is this thing. Is an Airlift Performance 3P management. All of the lines go from here. They go from things like the tank to each corner of the car, and there's an exhaust. So what the plan is now is to mount the manifold here essentially, but I don't really want that on the floor there. I would like to suspend it up in the air a bit, so it kind of looks like it's floating in, and get it more out of the box rather than just looking like it's placed in the bottom of the box. So I've just got to create something underneath. I've created a plate for the bottom. It needs a bit of tidying up, get the edges rounded nicely, but essentially I'm going to use a bracket using this. I may then use something along the lines of this. This is the 25 or 20 mil square tube. So what I'm going to do first is create a bit of a plate to mount onto the box, and then we can do a little piece in between to suspend the manifold. So yeah, let's just make the plate first and crack on getting this manifold mounted. So this is the bracket I've come up with. It's just a simple flat plate with the two-piece square going up the middle, and then obviously we have the size of the manifold there. So I've lined up and got this bang in the middle of the box. So what the plan is now is just to see if it lines up okay. As you can see there, that is enough room between the manifold and the air tank. The manifold then will just sit on that plate and bolt it on. The only thing I have got to check is if we got access underneath this, because as I said, the rear subframe for the MX-5 is currently sat under this piece here, so we need to decide see if we can actually get to the bottom of this in order to tighten that up. But it seems like it's all fitting up. I'm just going to weld this up a little bit more now, and while this cools down then I'm just going to look at making some brackets to mount the box. So this is looking pretty good. You can't really see this when the manifold is on, which is the idea we're going for. So got to tidy this up now. I'll finish off some of the welds. It doesn't need full welding, just tacks here and there just to hold it nice and sturdy to stop it moving around. What I'm going to move on to next is looking at creating some brackets to get this whole box mounted into the truck. Hopefully it should be fairly straightforward. What I'm going to do is essentially create a bracket which welds onto the box here, and then it just slides into the section there. I'll then add a threaded bolt or anything to the inside of that piece. Don't know if you can quite see it there. It's the same distance apart. I made the box so the outside of this was the same on both sides. So I'm just going to quickly make a bracket for that, and then I got to decide where I'm going to mount the rear end. The rear end is a little bit more awkward deciding where to put the brackets. Ideally I don't want to be putting any brackets this way because it's very awkward to get into this spot as it is from underneath. So what I may do is make a bracket which goes from here and bolts to the underside of this. You should be able to get to that through the gap in the diff there. So as long as we can access the section underneath there, then that means I could basically create a bracket that goes from here underneath this. So I've now welded both of the brackets, both ends. I just went ahead and did it while I had it in the truck because it saved me taking it back in and out. I've kind of tacked them in a little bit. I have still got a little bit to do, but we can finally test fit it. Let me show you the brackets. So as you can see, I've got a normal bracket there. That's just kind of going to bolt into the section at the back there. And then what I've also got is these here. I am going to add a little support, which basically will go from here out to here, just so obviously there's not so much weight on this bracket alone. But let's just get this in, test fit it in the truck and see how it looks. After a hell of a lot of work, I think we're finally ready to give it a final mock-up. It is going to come back out, obviously it needs painting and all that, but I think it is finished. We just got to put it back in the truck, make sure everything fits. I've mounted all of the stuff in here for now. You can see we've got the bolts down the bottom. We also have the front mounting section. You can't really see the support at all unless you're really low down to the sides, and then all that will happen now is the manifold will simply sit on the top there, and it kind of looks like it's floating. When we get this bottom piece painted, you won't see the silver, and it will be floating in the air. The air lines then will be in another video when we come to actually put the airlift on the truck, but for now I haven't really got any bolts long enough, so I'm going to leave this off as I don't want this being damaged and falling off. But let's get this box into the truck and see how it fits for the final time. And that is the box finally in, and it looks awesome. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm going to show you now, give you some B-rolls. It looks really good. If you have any ideas on where we can improve this, then please let us know. It may look unfinished, but you will see what the plan is down the line. So make sure you drop a subscribe to see what we end up doing. It is going to look insane. You're basically going to be able to see what we can see from here. I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been an interesting one. Let me show you how it looks, and we will catch you in the next one.